The Three Twisted Sisters ride starts right here, right now in Medina, Texas. We're Rich and Chris. We hit the road in April of 2020, traveling on motorcycles. There's so many ways to get out and explore. But remember, it's not what you ride, but that it's your ride. So make it an adventure.
But first, you got to stop here at Keith's Barbecue and Cafe because they got great breakfast.
Yes. So they have a biker's special.
2 eggs, ribeye, hash browns, toast, pancake, biscuit. Boy, that's a good one.
What we're recommended is to fuel up our tummies at Keith's Cafe and then fuel up our bikes somewhere here.
Yeah.
In Medina, and then we are going to head out onto Ranch Road 337, which is the first part of the Three Twisted Sisters ride. So,
yep. So just a quick map of how we're going to go. We're going to go from Medina to Leakey, and then we're going to go up to 41 on 335 or 336. I can't remember which number it is. Over to 41. Go down 336 or 335, depending on which one those two are, and then come back on 337. So 337 goes from Medina to Camp Wood. That's all the way through. Then you got 336 and 335, and these are ranch roads.
Okay, so just real quick, we wanted to let you know that when we got up this morning, it was 31 degrees. When we left camp, it was 41 degrees, and right now it's almost 60.
Yeah.
So God bless Texas, and it's great weather.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you out on the road. We've been both ways on this little main street in Medina, Texas, because we were going to fill up with gas and wanted to share with you all that you can come here and eat a hearty breakfast, fill up with gas, and be on your way. But we can't find a gas station. There was one called the Old Timers something.
Yeah, but it was only 87 octane, and
yes.
So we're gonna go. We'll go to Leakey. We'll get gas in Leakey.
Okay. Disregard that we just said you could do both. Don't come here on an empty fuel tank.
Yeah.
You can come here with an empty stomach, but. Okay, we found a gas station in, where are we?
Just outside of Vanderpool.
Oh, okay. Medina didn't have one, so we thought we were going to go all the way into Leakey, and lo and behold, popped up this little gas station out in the middle of nowhere. So we're fueling up, and we'll be back out on the road. official. Okay, I have to add, we just finished part of 337 up to Leakey, and we stopped here, obviously, to get a picture of the sign. We're going to stop at Bent Rim. 337 in its entirety is 37 miles long, so we will come back to it when we loop back around and leave Camp Wood. Right now, we're going to be ready to go on to 336 and wander up there to 41. Yep. All right. If you're looking for a good burger and a place to stop and meet a bunch of motorcyclists, don't come in the winter though.
I was gonna say,
because
you can tell it's super crowded right now.
Yeah. Spring, summer, or fall, the Bent Rim is the place to be, and they really do. We've eaten here before. They have fabulous food. So
really good burgers.
Yeah.
Really, really good burgers.
We highly recommend it. But as you can see, it's a tad bit deserted today.
It's winter time and not very many people are riding the hill country.
Do you know what this date represents? 1836? When Texas became a nation, 1836 was called the Republic of Texas. Its own sovereign nation. Yeah. It lasted for 10 years. Okay, in case you're wondering what we're doing, we're in Leakey, Texas, and Jake, who is a heavy drinker of gasoline, is in need of its first oil change. We found a local shop here who, remember, we're trying to do all this on a budget, so thank goodness the owner said, hey, if you stop by this shop, pick up the oil and the oil filter, bring it over to me and I'll do it for you super duper cheap. So that's what we're doing. So what'd you find out?
Oh, I got some Mobil 1 synthetic for Jake and a filter, so we're good.
Okay.
And I'm after talking to these guys, I'm really glad we bought the gas engine. Here's why. You're gonna pay a little more money. That's heavy. I'm gonna put this on the other side.
Do you want to distribute that?
Let's balance this a little bit. You're gonna pay more per gallon on gas, and you've got to buy 1 gallon of DEF, diesel exhaust fluid, for every 400 miles. So that's about a tank of gas. Well, depending on diesels, have massive tanks, you know.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 15 bucks for that, and then a tank of gas, let's say 60 gallons of higher expensive gas. You're paying about the same, if not more, than just for regular gasoline. Huh. Okay, so I was talking to the guys over here at CarQuest, and they're telling us to enjoy the sisters, but be careful on 336. 336 is open range, and there's cattle out right now. Okay. So 336 is the only one that's open range, and be aware of the cattle when you get up to the top. Don't worry about it on 35 or 37, and 37 is the best according to these guys because of the twisties.
Is it always open range on 336?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay. This is a site. It is the last Native American Indian raid in the Frio Canyon area. There was a young gal here who was out in her garden tending it with her children, she heard a ruckus inside her cabin and went to investigate, thinking the pigs had gotten into the house. Unfortunately, it was some Native American Indians who then ultimately killed her, and her children ran off for help.
US 41, it's just connecting the two ranch roads, 35 and 36. So we're going to go up here to 335 and take the roller coaster down to Camp Wood to get to 337 again.
Yes. Yeah.
So 336, watch for cattle and cattle guards in the corners.
Yes. Yeah. We stopped here for a quick lunch, a quick
little snack.
Yes. Okay, we're on the corner of 41, getting ready to head on down 335 into Camp Wood. 335 is my absolute favorite one because it's less curves and more of what I call whoop-de-doo. So it's kind of like riding a mini roller coaster on motorcycles.
It's up and down. It's up the whole thing.
Yeah.
Most of it is up and down like that.
I don't know why. It's just, it's really fun. It's unique. It's a unique section of the Sisters. Yep. So that's where we're heading now, into Camp Wood. We'll see you there.
When I go to reach out and to roam, there is no perception of a home. For when it's all been said and done, I know how to act when nothing's what it seems. And for a while, all I see is perfect shadows all around. And no, there's no room for one-track minds anymore. I'm reading on the book of my own life.
Here we are ripping down 335, and what they go and do and put a stop sign signal. Put a stop signal in here.
The nerve.
Then there and the guys we saw that were construction looked like they were working on the road are way back over there on 41 behind us.
Doing a lot of construction there. I guess this is when Texas does its construction, is in the winter.
Yeah.
Michigan does it, the Upper Peninsula does it in the midsummer.
Yeah.
Texas is like, nope, we're not working in that heat. So basically, what I read here, we're at the Vance Cemetery. What I read here, correct, is that one person died in the early 1800s.
Right, and he was a guest of the people, the Wells, who originally owned this land.
Yes, he died, and so he was buried at their farm. And so out of this first burial, this cemetery just kind of grew over time. I guess it became known over time as the Vance Cemetery. And you have Civil War veterans who are interned here, World War I, World War II. Also, there was a diphtheria and what else?
The influenza pandemic in the early 20th century.
It killed many of the local residents, and they are all interned here. But here's what I find the most interesting. I don't know why. And hopefully you can see it. But over here somewhere is a deer blind. I don't know. Are they like waiting for the deer to wander through the cemetery? Are you picking them off and not hitting a gravestone? I mean,
Oh yeah, that's funny.
what is it?
That is a full-on. Hi, that is a full-on deer blind over there.
This Las Palamas, this ship, and got glass shards on the top. It's a fortress.
I know. What the hell are they protecting in there? All right, we are on Main Street in Camp Wood, Texas. Somewhere around here is Warren Pruitt's hardware store. I don't think it exists anymore.
No.
However, it is where Charles Lindbergh crashed his plane.
On taking off, wasn't
Yeah.
it? He was trying to take off
Yes.
from Main Street here.
Yeah, Main Street here used to be gravel, and so when he fueled up and tried to take off, he hit his wingspan was like 43 feet, and one of his wings clipped a telephone pole, twisted him around, and he crashed into the hardware store. So this was in 1927. Yeah, when people could just fly around and
Just
land on Main Street.
Yeah, not do whatever they wanted.
That's what I find fascinating. Like, there's a good runway. It's Main Street. Who cares? I'm landing. It just cracks me up. Life was simpler back then. Planes fell from the sky and nobody freaked out. Okay, now we are going to, we just finished 335, hop back on the section of 337 that leads back to Leakey, Texas. And then probably home is where we're headed. So we will see you there or check in with you tomorrow morning.
So much for me to do, so many things to prove. Don't feel like waiting anymore. The night is closing in, I'm bleeding through my skin, but I won't run away this time for sure. For a while, all I see is perfect shadows all around. And no, there's no room for one-track minds anymore.
We are on our way back to base camp. It has been a fabulous day of riding the three Twisted Sisters.
The weather was perfect.
Yes. Yep. And we are ready to call it a day, put our feet up, and see what we ride tomorrow. So this area, the fort got decommissioned, and then they needed funds after the Civil War, so they said, well, we can't support the camels anyway.
So did they get rid of them? What did they do?
I
They
don't know what.
must have sold them or
sold them
ate them?
or turned them loose. I don't know.
Well, I haven't seen wild camels in Texas yet. We've seen buffalo. We've seen herds of buffalo and longhorn. There haven't been
No camels.
no camels. There he is. There he is.
Oh, you
Yeah.
found him?
Yeah, I found him. Where'd he go? There he is.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. It's moving too fast. Okay. We
Got
wanted this guy in with us.
That's an Easter Island head.
I
That's
know.
what he's called.
He is.
He looks like a George.
Yeah.
Is this your new best friend?
Excuse me. Kids.
Ando Crouch. He was the self-proclaimed mayor of Lukenbach. He bought the place in 1970. He has a famous quote. He says, "Everybody is somebody." I love that quote.
Everybody's, and wherever you go, there you are.
Oh my God.